Welcome back to Quiet Please. We have a very special episode today because it is the week of the U.S. Women's Open, aka the biggest week in women's golf. Some might say, I would say that. Mel here, Kira here, and we're excited. We've got an interview coming up as well to share with you that has just been something we've been working on forever, especially Mel. But how excited are you to be at Riv?
Yeah, very excited. First time the women have had a major championship in the LA County area. Obviously, Riviera being absolutely iconic. And I actually think, and I'm not just saying this, I genuinely think this is a fantastic setup for the US Women's Open. I think it's strategic. You have to kind of hit certain shots. You know, you have to shape it one way or another. It's very, very different to what it was last year. Erin Hills, completely different golf course. So I'm very, very excited to see how the girls try and battle it out this week. It's just cool being in LA. I don't know, it's got a different vibe, hasn't it? It's just a big city and it's just cool to be out.
Feels like a big event.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do something fun today. We're each going to go back and forth and pick 5 players or storylines for you to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do kind of a quick rapid fire. And then we will kick it over to a special interview that we did with the one and only Charley Hull.
We haven't had a guest on this podcast for a while, so I feel like this was the one that everyone was waiting for. So we're very excited that Charley made some time for us last week. And as you can expect, she was authentic, she was honest, she's absolutely hilarious, and was an absolute treat to have on the podcast. So thank you, Chazza.
Thank you, Charles. And if you're here for major Riviera U.S. Women's Open breakdowns from that interview, this is not the place.
Watch TV. Watch TV.
Watch Mel on Live From this week or listen to somebody else's show. That interview is all about Charles and life and how unfiltered and hilarious she is. So enjoy that. Before we get to that, let's start with our 5 storylines each. Mel, you go first. What's your first storyline?
Well, obviously, I think it's the biggest one, isn't it? Nelly Korda. Is she going to get it done this year, US Women's Open? I said in a Golf Digest podcast last week, all my weeks are getting mixed up, that I think if she manages to pull this off this week, especially being in kind of LA, you know, she's a superstar. Like, I don't know, it's the town of Hollywood and all that stuff. So I think it would be one of the greatest sporting achievements we've seen in a long, long time. I think that all eyes are on her. The way that she's playing is the best I've ever seen her as a whole. And she's very happy outside of golf. So this is the best we've ever seen Nelly Korda. And it's showing in the first part of the season. She obviously won Chevron. It's been a long...
Auntie Kiwa, I love you.
Auntie Kiwa, I've literally been talking to Kai too much. So she obviously won the first major of the year at Chevron. She's been pretty much dominant since the start of the season. She won Hilton, she won Mexico. So yeah, she is definitely the one to beat. I think her game could not be more suited to Riviera as well. She's a fantastic driver of the golf ball. She can shape it both ways. She hits her iron shots long. It's just her putting. I think on these Poana greens, they get difficult in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. If she can somehow manage to roll in a few putts early and get off to a good start, I think she's the one to watch, but I also think it would be an incredible achievement because it's hard enough in itself to win a US Open or a US Women's Open, let alone when you've got a target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And the expectation as well.
So we'll see how she handles all the expectation of being a star in Hollywood this week.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of stars in Hollywood, my first storyline is Michelle Wie West being in the field. Mm-hmm. It is the last year of her exemption from winning the U.S. Women's Open back in 2014. She was able to take a couple of years off due to maternity leave. So if you're thinking it doesn't line up with the years, she won in 2014, it's 2026. That's why. Her husband's on the bag. Her kids are there. She's playing in LA. She's playing in California. She's got a custom shoe from Nike.
Which is sick, by the way.
Yeah, so sick. Like, she is living her best life, and she is so excited to be there. Her daughter is her sports psychologist. Her daughter is 5 and is telling her, Mom, when you get nervous, just take a drink of water and think about having dinner with Jagger and me
That's
tonight,
so cute.
Which is adorable. And she's going to do it. And she's, who knows what's going to happen, but I know she's been grinding. And Michelle is she's a star and she's activating out there, not just playing, she's bringing people into the journey. So it's going to be really cool to watch her. So if this could be the last time that we ever see Michelle play in any sort of formal tournament like this, let alone a major championship. So I think that it's a historic must-watch appointment television. No matter how she does, Michelle's done incredible stuff for our game. And I can't wait to see her this week at Riv, where I know she's really pumped to be able to play.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Number 2.
So my other storyline is Megan Garney. She just recently turned professional. They just won the NCAAs with Stanford, just dominated. I mean, Stanford just killing it, and Walker's doing an incredible job. It's been highly anticipated for a number of years now. We first heard about her, I think it was at the 2021 US Women's Open when she ended up finishing 14th, but she just was stellar throughout the whole event and she kind of made a lot of noise with her golf. And so I'm very intrigued to see how she's going to do in the professional ranks. I think it's pretty fitting that this is her first event. And yeah, she's just a lot of noise around her. So I'm very, very, and she's a fantastic human being as well, by the way. Like, I don't know what Stanford do. Obviously, you have to be smart to be there. I didn't quite get a scholarship there, if you're asking.
No, you weren't. You didn't try that. You would have. I didn't try. Maybe if you had tried.
Maybe. But they just somehow just churn out these, these young women who are already kind of stars. They develop them into superstars, not just from a golf game, but from a life standpoint. They just seem very, very like all-rounded human beings. So I'm very intrigued to see what she's going to do in professional ranks, and especially this week.
That's a good one. I had Megan Garney on my list. So we didn't compare notes beforehand. So we don't know what each other's top 5 is going to be, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is the US Women's Open truly feeling like a major in terms of how the USGA treats the players. They've been posting all of this stuff about how they have wellness centers and facials and all these provided resources this week for the players. And I know it's kind of a secondary thing to golf, but it really, truly makes it feel like a big deal. It makes it feel like they're a part of something massive to compete for. And I think that when they feel that way, we feel that way. Yeah. The audience feels that way. And you're like, I have to watch. I have to tune in. I can't look away.
Yeah.
So shout out to the USGA for creating an above and beyond experience for the players this week.
I agree. It's improved exponentially over the years. And on the back of that, we're doing a lot more TV. So we're doing a lot more live froms this week. It's the most that we've ever kind of been on TV during a US Women's Open. We're getting a lot more guests in this time. So yeah, I think the visibility of it is fantastic. I think that whoever has done this, I know that it's part of the USGA, I know it's part of Craig and the LPGA and part of, Golf Channel as well. Like, we really have elevated this week to really make it feel like a big thing. So we're on live from today for 3 hours, tomorrow 5 or 6 hours, next day 3 hours. So the elevated TV times is imperative to making it a big event. So we're excited for that as well.
Was that just off of the back of mine, or was that your third?
That was my third, because
okay,
yeah,
great. I love that.
Thank you.
No, that was great. We just have to be clear here.
Yeah. Okay. So it's my third.
Okay, that was your third.
Okay.
So tune in to watch Mel all week.
Yes.
And the broadcast.
Yes, please.
Speaking of the broadcast, Cara Banks is going to be in the booth this weekend for NBC as a play-by-play announcer, which is very historic. A woman leading NBC Major Championship Golf. She is our good friend. We wish her so much luck, and she's going to absolutely smash it. Cara has been working in the golf industry for the past 15 years to get to this point. And she is when you look at someone and they're like, wow, they're just doing everything well. And all of a sudden, all these great things are happening. It's a 20-year overnight success.
Yes.
And Cara is just someone that I want to be when I grow up. And I look up to her so much. And I know she's going to have a great week representing women in golf as the lead play-by-play in the booth this week for NBC.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Number 4.
I'm going to pick I have to give some love to the English girls, right? Lottie Woe, Charley Hull, have to. it's kind of a tale of two halves, really. I think Charley, as you will hear, she's been struggling a little bit with her ball striking. We kind of saw that last week at Shot Right. She missed the cut, which is very unlike her. But at the same time, I don't think it was the worst thing missing the cut, because it was really, really windy. And sometimes playing in the wind could mess up your golf swing. And I think going into the Women's US Open, it probably was for the best. So if she manages to, I feel like Charley sometimes, I'm going to talk about Charley, I feel like Charley at times when a course like Riviera, where you have to be creative visually, you can kind of pick tee shots and stuff like that, she hones in and she loves big moments. So I wouldn't be surprised if she turns it around this week. So I'm giving a bit of love to our girl Charley. And then obviously Lottie. You know, she just won the last event that she played in Cincinnati. She's obviously in fantastic form. She's top 5 in the world or something like that. So she is going to be one to watch as well, just with the form that she's coming in with and the confidence. And obviously, I would love Nelly to win. I think that would be amazing. But obviously, if I could have anybody else, it would probably be one of the Brits. So I'm rooting for them too this week.
Okay. So on the back of that, since you're picking players to win, I'm going to go in a different direction, and I'm going to say Gino.
Okay.
I think she's obviously had a great season. She's been doing this back and forth world number 1 dance with Nelly. Nelly obviously still is world number 1. Gino could very much give her a great challenge for that this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see Gino winning a major championship like this. I want to see her in the biggest, brightest lights. And she is a star as well. I think that this golf course fits her extremely well. It fits some creativity.
I would agree with that. And her demeanor as well. She fits her demeanor.
Totally. I saw a great clip of her, speaking of Gino and Nelly, talking about how Nelly has inspired a lot of Gino's practice routines. Mm-hmm. And Nelly, you know, she's not a grinder. She doesn't show up for 5 hours a day just on the range and then also goes and plays her practice round and then grinds some more. That's exhausting, especially at the week of a golf tournament. She's grinding at home.
Yeah.
And I think that she shows up having ground. What's the grinded?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
The past tense of grind. So anyway, yeah. Gino's trying to incorporate that sort of thought process when it comes to the approach to practice. But I could see Gino having a great week this week. And how cool would it be if we had like a Gino and Nelly battle down the stretch?
Yeah, it would. Right, number 5. My girl Hannah Green. She's won 4 times worldwide. She loves poor Hannah Green. She just won the last LPGA event she won. Happened to be in LA. So she's very, very comfortable on this kind of surface. She grew up in Australia a little bit, used to these surfaces. And she loves strategic golf courses, like where she has to think her way around. She is one of the best. She sorted out her driving she was struggling a bit last year. She sorted that out, ironed it out. She's definitely going to be one to watch as well. And again, another player who is not only very comfortable with their golf game, but very, very comfortable down the stretch when in contention for massive tournaments. So watch out for Hannah Green this week.
And my last thing is all of the brands that are activating around the US Women's Open this week. Mm-hmm. It seems like I have heard about or been invited to or seen on Instagram so many brands saying, oh, we're having this cocktail party around the US Women's Open. We're doing this special activation. We're doing this special launch of this special clothing line. That is not normal for women's events.
No.
And it's certainly a new thing for the US Women's Open. I think that it obviously has to do with the fact that it's in LA and there's lots of people there and it's easy to activate around that. But I mean, pop-up stores and cocktail parties and special speaker series and anything you want to do around the US Women's Open. It's kind of, it's when you go to a men's major, you go to the Masters tournament and there's all these cool things to do that are outside of the gates.
Yeah.
And that is a really exciting thing to see around women's golf because that has not been the case in the past.
In fact, I'm going tonight to Charley's one.
There you go.
Yeah. She's like, do you want to come?
She's a party girl.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Love you, Charles.
So
I'm doing something on Thursday.
Yeah,
that Cassette is hosting.
Yeah,
and
no, it's incredible. As you said, and it's been like this in the men's game for years. The Open, the men's US Open, especially the Masters, We've been to a couple, haven't we, Kira?
We love to mention it.
We love to mention it because we sometimes get invited to them. But they're really fun. Like, it's fun to hang out with, players. Networking is incredible. And it's just cool to kind of go to these parties of brands because they try and outdo each other and they do like really quirky, edgy stuff, and it's cool. So thank you for doing it at the women's game finally on a more consistent basis. Well said, Kira.
Well said.
Well said.
Well said. Well said.
Bloody well said there, girl. Bloody well said. Anyway.
Thank you. Okay. We are going to kick it over to the interview with Charley Hull. Mel, have an amazing week. We will have so much to catch up on next week. We'll have a good old-fashioned Quiet Please girly chat.
Yeah.
But speaking of a girly chat, enjoy this with Charley and tune in to the U.S. Women's Open all week. Longtime listeners on the pod know that Charley Hull is someone that's very special and dear to this podcast. Charley, you probably don't know that, but you're going to find that out today. Quiet Please is very, very honored to have Charley Hull joining us for our U.S. Open preview pod. Welcome, Charley.
Thank you, guys. We've got like matching glasses on now, haven't we?
We all look so smart.
Melvin didn't get the
I know. I've got them over there. I've got them over there, but I don't. It's all right. I'm intelligent enough, Charles. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to overdo it a little bit. How are you, Charles? You all right, mate?
Yeah, all good, thank you. All good. Actually, pretty tired today. It was an 18-hole prom as well today.
Oh, it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. You won round here, didn't you, Mel?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can win round Atlantic City, mate, then anyone can. So you've got big shoes to fill this week, mate.
Did you celebrate in the pub after down the road here on the 18th?
Yeah, I did. And then I got in deep trouble by Mike One. He called me and he basically told me to get the fuck out the pub. And I was like, listen, Mike, this is probably...
It was COVID.
It was COVID, and rightly so. But I was like, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to win. So I'll just pay the fine and I don't care. And I'm already drunk. So there was
too late.
that.
But they sell merch there now with Mel's face on it.
That's hilarious.
So you're going to have to go check it out.
I'm going to have to go.
Yes.
Find merchandise.
Oh, right. Go on. You go,
ahead.
Kira.
No, you go.
I can put it in my master's merchandise.
Yes. You have all your master's stuff, your butter knives that you're so excited about, and then Mel.
Prime and proper on your bookshelf, mate. Oh, you can put it in your new trophy cabinet. I saw that, by the way. It looks very swag.
Oh, it looks very swag, doesn't it? Inspiration by Justin Rose, basically copied and pasted it.
Yeah, I was like, this looks very familiar.
Yeah.
It's looking good, mate.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Charley got a brand new trophy case recently, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So are you redoing your whole house, or are you just doing a bit of it?
No, I've redone every single floorboard in the house. Done it all within 4 months, yeah.
Does it look good?
And the garden and everything. Honestly, it looks sick. Keep waking up every morning and I'm like, oh my God, is this my bedroom? Because I've like got a bath at the end of my bed as well. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I think when you go to like a swanky hotel, it's like, wow.
Yeah. That's nice.
Where did you win? Was it in, where did you win earlier this year? Was it Saudi? Where did you win?
Saudi,
and obviously it was a big check. And I just remember hearing you saying to ads, you're like, bloody hell, now I could pay for my house redo.
Yeah. Well, I could afford it anyway. But the thing was, I decided to do the renovations like in January and we'd had like a month of golf. And I was like, whew, this has been a hefty, spending spree that I've gone on, So I was like, this has covered it.
Perfect timing.
Very nice. Have you gone and played Riv yet?
No, I haven't. No.
When are you going? Are you going
Have you ever been there to see any golf at all?
No, I haven't. Nope, never. I'm such a home person. So listen, if I was at home and, for the women's AIG, I would drive up and play the golf course, but I'm not coming to America just for one round of the US Open and fly back home. I love home too much for that.
I know. I tell people, I'm like, Charley gets into events relatively late. Like if you see her on a Tuesday, it's usually in the afternoon. I was a little bit like that, but it works out a little bit better for you. But Riv, it's going to be interesting because you don't even watch golf, do you? So you don't actually don't watch any of the Genesis or anything.
I watch the Masters and I watch the men's the Open Championship. But apart from that, I don't really watch it. Like I'll watch the old, like in the olden days of like Shell's Wonderful World of Golf. I love them because I like the style back then. I just loved how they play golf. It was like more of an art. Where now, for me, I find it a bit more boring.
Yeah. So how do you prep then for a major championship at a golf course you've never seen before? So that's a lot of work to get to pack into a couple days.
Just just tidy up my whole game. You got to cover every single area of your game for majors, because you're going to expect it to be long. You can expect to be quite firm. You can miss greens, and you have these tight chips, thick grass. You just got to cover everything. Do you know what I mean? So everything's sharp.
Do you feel in a way that like players can, I know this sounds a bit odd, but I feel like you're going to feel me here because I feel like I'm on your wavelength here. Like girls can almost over prep. People can over prep for something and then it's totally
100%.
different when it comes to Thursday.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like some of my best golf events have come from me not actually paying too much attention going into the week, like arriving late, not having a practice round. Look at Annika last year. Like I had visa issue. I flew in Tuesday and then the Pro-Am, I couldn't play the Pro-Am because I was ill. Didn't play a practice round and I came fourth. Like I sometimes I feel like I play better that way because like every golf course some golf courses obviously are a lot harder than others, but you've always got to hit, there's a fairway in front of you. Aim the left side or the right side or the middle side of the fairway. My caddy can tell me that. And then there's a green. He can tell me if I need to aim it a little bit left here, don't miss on the right. Do you know what I mean? If you're playing good, it's not going to make it, it's going to make a big difference, but I can still get it round.
I feel like you're going to like Riv because you talk a lot about wanting to bring the art form back of golf and really coveting that. And I think Riv is one of the few venues left in the world that encourages that. So I think it's going to be a good week for you, Charles.
Hope so. I haven't been hitting it well the last few weeks. Like I hit it pretty well up to the Chevron. And then after that, I kind of like lost my swing a little bit. And I spoke to my coach about it and he goes, sometimes I practice too much when I'm home. Like I actually do. Like it's ridiculous. So all my good feels get kind of not stale, but you know, when you're over practicing too much, so you don't really have that feel. So I was trying to practice a little bit less when I was home. And I remember I was on the range one day, I was like, yeah, I'm going to take it easy today, Matt. He was like, yeah, just do 2.5 hours max. And I'm like texting him, I was like, I've already done 4. I don't feel like I've done enough. And he's like,
too late. He's like, go home.
Yeah, and it was only like 11 o'clock in the morning. I started like at like 7:30 or something like that. It was crazy, but yeah. But I just enjoy golf. I love golf. But a couple of weeks ago, when I wasn't playing very well, it was at Cincinnati, and I could not hit a straight shot. If I was in the middle of the fairway and I had a normal 7-iron to a pin, I ended up actually just creating shots, like hitting little fades, 7-irons in, and I was hitting it a lot closer because then I know you have to think a bit more because you're hitting like a fade, but I was thinking less because I was just doing it with feel. And I was hitting it so much closer. Then I'd have an easy, just a full 6-iron in and I'd completely whiff it. So then I'd be thinking, right, I want to club up here and hit this like little cutty fade in instead, and I'd hit it close. So I was just trying to get that feel back.
So you said that you absolutely love golf. I've actually spoke about this, not just on this podcast, but in basically every interview that I've ever been, or if I'm on the desk and we get talking about you, I'm like, I genuinely, because like people don't think about this. Just because we're tour players, we're kind of expected to love golf. And there's a lot of players that don't. It's very much like a business. They happen to be good at it. They obviously grind at it. You genuinely like just love it. And like as soon as you kind of land, you want to go and play with your mates. You'll play with your mates on like a Christmas day. What is it that has just captivated you with golf?
I don't know really. I think it was from being a youngster. Like I started playing golf when I was 2 years old with my next door neighbour, Ben. He was the same age as me. And we used to just whack the golf ball around the garden, and then we'll go out and play on the golf course together. And then I joined Ketrin, and then there was like a whole group of like boy juniors down there, and we would just have so much so much banter, like hit flop shots for hours on the putting green, playing like for £1 chipping comps, playing for junior Diet Cokes, chicken burgers and stuff. And we just had so much fun, and I just really enjoyed the whole atmosphere of it and creating different shots. Do you know what I mean? Like if we hit it in the trees, we would have to go for the green if it was even an impossible shot, because we couldn't chip out because we'll get ripped to shreds saying, why are you chipping out for? Why are you doing that for? I mean, you got to go for it. Do you know what I mean? And I just really enjoy it. Like sometimes I actually get sad when I think, I've got 2 weeks away now on tour. Like I want to be at home playing with my mates. Like, and then I'm thinking, next week I'm home now. I can play golf with like my mates Ryan or my boyfriend or James. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm going to say is like, because I love playing golf at home. Like I used to love being at home. I feel like this is where me and you are quite similar. Like I enjoyed playing with the boys. Like I love the banter with the boys. Like the reason I got into golf is because of the social aspect. I really struggled with like the tour life. Like how do you struggle with tour life, or like how do you kind of like switch your mindset? Do you just go into like, well, I also love competing. Like how do you, because I feel like when you're on tour, you still love it. Like how does that kind of mix in together?
So I find life apart from being on the golf course tour life very boring and very lonely. Like I don't really have a lot of friends out here. Like I have George is like my best friend, and I have like get on with like a few other girls like Natalia and who else, like Olivia and that. But I like to keep myself because with my friends at home, we can all go like crazy and stuff, and you see like a silly side of me. Where then when I'm on the golf course, sometimes out here I'm quite serious, and I don't know. I just find it takes a lot for me to focus. So I felt like if I was going out for like dinners and stuff every night on tour, I'll be so socially, I feel so drained, if you know what I mean. So it's quite a hard one. Like I do feel it is a bit like after the round, you're in a bit of a prison, like, you know, in your hotel room for like so many hours and so bored and that. And I do try and go out for like walks and stuff and hang around with my caddy Adam, but I just want my energy the next day for the golf course and go to the gym. But I do find it very, very hard. That's why I only do 2 weeks on the trot and then go back home for a couple of weeks. I've been doing this since I was 16, been on tour since I was 16 years old. I turned pro when I was 16. That's like, you know, like 14 years. So it does drain you.
And that's always a rule for you? You do 2 weeks and then go home?
Yeah, 2 weeks and go home. And I don't like to play more than 18 events or 20 events max because I've got a life outside of golf as well.
Yeah.
And I don't want to look back and think, yeah, I had a great time on the golf course on tour and I've won this and I've made this much money, but I've wasted gazillions of hours just in my hotel room bored. Do you know what I mean? Wishing I was home.
Did you ever think about playing college golf?
No, because I left school when I was, I think, 11 or 12 years old. So I don't think I've got no GCSEs to qualify to go to college.
What were you doing when you were 12 when you left school?
She was killing it on the golf course, Kira.
Yeah, I was just practicing my mates on the golf course and that.
What did your parents say when you told them, I'm going to leave school at 12?
What did Dave say? What did Dave say?
Yeah, well, my dad left school when he was 14 to start plastering. Do you know what I mean? Like,
is that when he had a moped? Like, is that when he had a moped?
Yeah, he was a greaser, so he had a motorbike. You know the days of mods v rockers, like the motorbike boys, and there's always fighting. That was my dad. So he's got so many scars in his face. He's got some great stories. Honestly, I can sit down and listen to my dad all night. It's hilarious.
He's welcome to join the pod at any time.
Dave's a legend, mate. He's an absolute legend. He's probably the only bloke that my dad would kind of like go and spot out because they would just talk like builder stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like just proper soul to the earth, old school blokes. Just like not even pay attention to our golf, just chat absolute shit to each other. He used to always kind of, where's Dave? Right, he's over there, Dad. Yeah.
And what I love about my dad, and I reckon like your dad must have been the same there, like as long as I tried on the golf course, even if I shot 100 or if I shot 68, he would still be proud of me.
Yeah. Well, my dad would watch me at the British Open, mate, and as soon as I started playing shit on the front nine, he'd fuck off because he wanted to go back to the Bluebell back in Derby. So by the time I'd finished, he'd already in the pub having his second pint. So that was
my dad would go through about 40 cigarettes during the round. Yeah. Sometimes if it was a bad round, it'd be about 60. He'll be down in the local newsagents getting his Marlboros.
Oh, dear me.
Oh,
we'll get onto the stroke in a minute, mate. But let's get to the positive side of it. And you found your new fitness journey. Do you think that's helped you on tour? Because you said that really helps you mentally. Because that gets you away from the course a little bit.
Yeah, definitely 100%. But the thing is, because I got my injury last year when I tore the ligament in my ankle, I've not really been able to get back into the gym. So it's been quite depressing because I found like going to the gym was really like my mental, like where I'd get away and it would like my mental like reset. So when I kind of got injured, so if I felt down, I'd go to the gym and I'd feel amazing after. But with doing that to my ankle, I'm only about now just starting to get back into running. And I can't lift weights or anything either because of my back from the injury. So it's been quite frustrating, but I've got into Pilates and stuff. But I love going to the gym. I just think it's great. And I like hearing about people as well who's been inspired to get into the gym and they just fully fell in love with it.
But you're
Go on.
doing gym like on a different level generally. Like, Mel will tell stories about you going and running a 10K in the morning and then showing up to your tea time ready to go.
Yeah, last year, was it last year? Yeah, last year in Arizona, I think I ran 15K. I fell asleep at like 5 o'clock in the evening, right? And I was teeing off at like 8 in the morning or 8:30. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning and I was like, oh, I can fit a 15K run in. So I've gone down to the gym about 2:30, done my 15K run, finished it probably about, I don't know how long it took me, probably like an hour and a half or whatever. And have a shower and then go down, I think I let myself have some bacon that day and some, bacon and sausages, and then hit a few balls and went out and played golf. And I think I shot 9 under that day. And I was like, wow, there you go. But by Sunday, I was pretty tired. I think I was leading going into the final round, and then Sunday crashed.
Well, I remember at Solheim last year, Robert Trent Jones, like you were just smashing on the treadmill. Laura did a bit of cycling next year.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But Suzanne's like, is she going to be all right? I was like, just leave her. She's absolutely fine. She knows what she's doing. And she ran a 10K, and that's when you beat Nelly like 7 and 6 or something. Yeah. I was like, you're on a different planet, girl. You're on a different planet.
So I'm one of these people, if I had the day of doing absolutely nothing and I chilled in the house, I'd find that so boring. I'd find like I'd get quite depressed and I'd have no energy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had 5 hours sleep and had to get up early and then had to do my run, even though I feel tired, for the rest of the day, I'd have so much energy. Do you know what I mean? It's like helps me, even though probably a couple of days after I'll feel tired because I've not had enough sleep or something. But it just doing something makes me have more energy.
With your injury, all right, I think I've spoke to you about this, but just I want you to just clarify this. So it was in a pothole, wasn't it? Didn't you fall down a pothole? It was like in the car park.
It was a car park, and they didn't finish the drainage off.
Okay.
And I fell down over the drainage, and as I fell, I heard my ankle snap. Like I heard this pop.
I didn't realize something happened.
Yeah, I completely tore the ligament straight. And
where was this?
The Centurion at the PIF London. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then I got up a bit after and I was walking around, and then the physio was like, no, you definitely wouldn't have snapped anything. It's just like a little sprain. And then I go and get an MRI, and I was like, you fully snapped it. And then the physio said, you must have a ridiculously high pain threshold.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah.
Wow.
And I've done a few things. Like I broke my wrist back in 2017 and I played the week after. It was crazy, actually. It was week before remember back in the day it was Craft Nabisco, but it was at Mission Hills, the Chevron now. And it was the week before we played the Kia Classic.
Yeah. And
I hit this shot out the rough and I was like, oh, I felt my wrist twinge. I went, it got a bit swollen, went to the doctors, got an MRI, showed that I had like a fracture in it. So then I was like, oh, I don't know, I think you'll be able to play next week, this and that. Come back in a week's time. Well, go and get it MRI, where it's called, in a week's time. It healed. I was like, I've never seen it heal like this. I was like, this is freakily crazy. Like I must heal really quickly. Anyway, I played and I came sick. But
She's built different. She's superhuman.
Yeah, honestly, I think I am. But it's pretty crazy though. Anyway, my mum's got quite a high pain threshold. Actually,
Does she?
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I asked my dad that story. It was like, this is freaky. I was like, are you sure that this thing's like correct? Are you sure Charlie's not paying off the doctors so she can just play this week?
That is so funny.
Yeah.
So the opposite of the health stuff, obviously I know you're not a smoker anymore, but when you were smoking, I thought it was brilliant. Obviously the whole world thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Mel misses smoker Charlie.
I do miss Charlie ripping darts. I used to love talking about it.
To be fair, I did rip a few darts in Singapore this year.
Did you? Nice.
Why not?
Nicotine pouches were banned out there.
Oh, so you just had a few cigarettes. Nice.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that attention? Like, did you find it funny? Or did you not really care?
I didn't really care, but I found it hilarious because I was like, I was brought up in a household where my dad used to smoke 4 cigarettes a day. There's pictures of my mum, because I was a 90s baby, of my mum standing there with, them stiletto cigarettes, the big long ones, the plastic ones, like with a high-waisted jeans on, me as a baby, holding me in one arm and her smoking in the other one. Like that was normal back in the 90s. So people now saying to me, smoking like it's a fascination. I'm like, this is just normal to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, my sister smokes, my nephew smokes, who's like 24. Like, my dad smokes, my auntie smokes, everyone smokes. It's just like, hang on, am I like missing something here? Is this like not the normal? And I remember my mum saying to me, oh, Charlie, darling, you could have at least been smoking the classy cigarettes. They're not them short ones. I'm like, sorry, mum.
Well, I remember being in the gym with you in LA. This is about 3 years ago. And I don't know what, you were on the treadmill doing some shoot or something. And I've just gone outside to go on the phone. And you've just come out, you've just like ripped like three or four puffs of a cigarette. And then you go, right, I got to go back on this treadmill. And just went back on the treadmill and just smashed like a whole like workout.
I know, I used to love it. I used to go for a run around the lake in Virginia Water, down like in near like Sendale where I live, and it was like a 7K around the lake. And I remember I had my little running vest. My trainer got me it for my birthday. Kate did, and I used to think, oh, I can put my cigarettes in this. So I used to go for my little run. As soon as my last step got over the 7K mark, I was like, lit my dye up, and I was smoking it. I was like, oh, great, my lungs are nice and clear now for that first puff of it. I can nearly inhale the whole cigarette now.
Just a great 7K.
And then sometimes, like, it was funny, like, back when I used to smoke, and if it was a slow day on the golf course, and George would be sometimes a couple holes ahead of me, and we would like come in, and I'd be like, she'd be like, Charlie, that was a long day. I'd be like, yeah, that was a whole cigarette day. You know, it was one of them days. It was so long out there.
Whole packet has been done.
Yeah.
And you hate slow play.
Yeah, I do hate slow play.
Oh, what would you do then? What would you do to all these slow, like, when you sometimes look at like your tee times, you're like, oh my God. Like, what would
I do to slow players?
Yeah.
How would I resolve it?
Yeah.
Shove a rocket up their ass.
She solves problems
Make a commissioner.
with violence. Make
a commissioner.
Charlie for commissioner. Sorry, Craig, we love you, but
yeah, we need Charlie. We need things to get done around here. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you do struggle a little bit in just because it's out of your routine. I think that actually Kira's the one that was interviewing you. I totally get what you're saying.
Charlie was under the umbrellas this year.
Yeah.
And you said you were really honest. You said, I'm not really a team player. And I love that you said that, because that was just you being exactly who you are and opening up about that. So
yeah,
I love that.
I just struggled like being in a team environment, and I struggle being out of my routine. I'm such a creature of routine, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I am.
But do you like Solheim?
I love Solheim. When it starts on Friday, I absolutely love it. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do before and everything. Mel, you can agree that it can be quite draining, can't it?
Well, I don't think people understand like that we have no time. Like, we have a certain amount of time to practice. Then we've got to go to gala dinners. Then we've got to go to photo shoots, which take a century. Then we've got to do media. Then you've got to do this. Like, you actually have no time for yourself. So it is really tiring. But I must say, Charlie, you are like trying to tame a wild animal that week. And I think that's why they brought me in as a vice captain, because I'm like, I will relay the message. Just let her be. She hasn't turned up for the meeting. Just let her be. And I'm like texting Vicky, like, is she coming down? And she's like, no, she's doing this. I'm like, that's perfect. I'll just tell her who she's playing with in the morning. It's all good.
No, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. When I see that you're like the vice captain, I was buzzing. You should see, I said to Vicky, I was like, I'm so happy. I love Melbourne.
Do you remember the first time you met Mel, or how you became friends with Mel?
No, I remember watching her at, I think it was at the Oxfordshire, was it like the British Open, a British Masters back in the day?
That's right.
And you was young, and I was only really, really small then. And I remember watching you with your white blonde hair, frontside blonde hair.
Brian used to dye it. Brian used to dye it for me for £2.50. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just like, oh, she's so cool. And then the first time I ever met Mel, you won't remember this, was I was playing as an amateur invite at the Turkish Open, and there was a lock on the freezer, on like the fridge, drinks fridge on the first tee, and you come over and try to like pick lock it or something. She was like, I'm so thirsty. And I was like, Dad, is this allowed? She's stealing. He was like, no, it's just locked. Players are allowed to have it, but it's just locked. I think they locked it because it was like late at night or something. I was just like, cool. And then,
is this allowed?
Yeah.
So good.
She's like, I was like, Christ, she's like being back in Burton Latimer.
Well, I used to love playing with you because, like, I don't know, I think that you were just like a ball of energy, and like at Solheim, you were like, I don't know, I was like, I've got it. I'm like, I love this shit for her. Like, she's unbelievable player. I'm like, put me out like with whoever you want. I was like, but I would love to play with like Carlotta was my girl, and I was like, just put me out with Charley. I was like, I can deal with it. Like, I just think she's awesome. We actually did all right together. And then
we did.
I remember telling the story about International Crown when
you had to play solo, yeah.
Well, you carried us the first day, let's be honest. You shot like 9 under. I think I made like one part. I made one eagle and like one part. And I think they were rinsing me in the media like, oh, Mel's back must be tired. And then unfortunately you got sick and then I had to play on my own. And then I just remember being in the press conference the next day with you. And you're like, you feeling better now, Charles? Like, how is everything? You're like, yeah, I had IVF. And I was like, no, you didn't. And you were like, yeah, I did. It felt well good. I said, no, Charlie, IV. I said, it was an IV.
I forgot about that.
And I like threw you peanuts through your room. Can you remember?
Yeah.
I came to you and threw you some peanuts.
I remember that. Oh, it's funny. Honestly, like my brain doesn't process things sometimes. Like I know what I mean, but the wrong words come out. Like I remember once I was when Twitter first came out, and I was about 16 years old, and I had about 70,000 followers on Twitter at this one point, right? And you know the golf swing room, so the golf simulators. I put on my Twitter, I was like, had a great day at Woburn Day on the golf stimulator. It was amazing. Right?
No.
So I'm getting all these tweets back, right, saying, ooh, didn't realise Woburn was like that. What was you doing at Woburn, naughty girl? And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, Dad.
Naughty girl.
And I'm like, Dad, why are people saying this? He goes, I said, I've been at Woburn on the stimulator. And he was like, wait till you get back home and ask your mum. I was like, oh, okay. And then I realised what I said. I was mortified. I was like, gosh, didn't know them things existed. I was only like 16.
Oh, it's so good.
And she learned a lot that day.
She did. She did. No more stimulators for you, Charles.
So, wait, can we go back to the IVF thing? Because Mel, this has been a theme.
Me?
Well, for your sperm.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell. This story, I don't know how it's not going on the press, but so basically we were playing in LA at Wiltshire and Carly...
On the back of the range.
On the back of the range. I was talking to Marina and Charles comes storming over and Charlie goes, I heard you've got... is Carly pregnant? I was like, yeah. And you want, how'd that happen? And I said, well, and I thought, do I get into detail? I was like, I'll just skim the surface. So I was like, typical IVF, blah, blah, blah. I went into it. And then Charles just like had this look on her and she just went, so it's your sperm? And I was like, how do I answer this? I went, yeah, mate. And she was like, well in geezer, and just like walked away. And it was like the running theme. Then I see you like 4 months later at Liberty and you're like, how's your sperm, mate? Is it still going strong? I was like, still strong, mate. And then it's Solheim.
Oh, so it's Solheim Cup, right? Kai's there and he's just started walking, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was a Monday morning after we lost Solheim Cup actually that year. But anyway, after the next morning after the Solheim Cup, and I'm like getting my breakfast, so I've like turned round to say something, and I didn't realise it was just walking under my legs, and I kicked him by accident in my step. He went flying. He honestly went in the air and then landed on like the beanie bag or something, didn't he? Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Mel. He's like, don't worry, it's all right, it's right. I went, fucking hell, your sperm went flying.
Oh, it's just brilliant. You just couldn't write it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
Charlie.
so good. I know,
I felt
Charlie.
so bad though, but I just had to
Oh no, they made a rubber.
When I knew he was all right, it just come out my mouth. Sorry.
They made a rubber, mate. Don't worry, I've dropped him loads. He's fine.
He's a tough kid.
He's a tough little nug. How do you deal with all? Because obviously you get a lot of attention. I think,
especially in the past couple of years. I
yes.
feel like you've really blown up in the past couple of years. Like setting the smoking aside,
like your
just
Instagram
for being you.
Yeah, like it's awesome. Like it's exactly what golf needs. Like you are the character that we have been wanting for years and years and years. Like you really do elevate women's golf, like on and off, the golf course. Like how do you deal with that attention?
Probably because I don't really care. I actually don't care. Like
it's just you.
It's just me. Like one of my favorite things. I don't really. So like for my Instagram, I do go on it, but then I delete off my phone for like a few days, and I'll whenever I'm on it, I'll just add it on my phone, download it again, and go on it for a couple hours, and then delete it. But I do find it, because I don't scroll for hours, because I'll end up scrolling, going to wormholes of just loads of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Not that people post, like people that post with like my friends and stuff, just like, you know, that little search page where you could just start watching random stuff. But I do find it quite funny. Like people are like, oh, it's so hard with all the negativity that we get. I'm like, why do you care about the negativity? Do you know what I mean? Like, I find it hilarious sometimes. Like, I love to have a little reply back and have a bit of banter. And apart from that, I don't care. Like, why should I care what people think of me if I don't know them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does not bother me at all.
And like, I feel like you get a lot, like, you're very outspoken as well. And I love this about you, because I try and stick up for women golfers all the time. When like a guy who's off scratch is like, I could beat a tour player, I could beat one of the top 10 players in the world. What do you have to say to that?
Go on then, let's tee it up.
Because I don't think they could. I don't think they could beat you.
No, I don't think they could. No.
Nowhere near.
Listen, every dog has its day. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, on an average, yeah, totally. Like, it is quite funny. Do you know what I mean? It is funny. But,
like, so many people come up to me like, oh, you know, I could just tee up in a US Open and win. I could tee up.
No, definitely not. No.
I'm like, no, you couldn't. I'm like, do you know how good these girls are? Well, I hit it 320. I'm like, so? I'm like, these girls hit it 280. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Have you seen how good they are with the hybrids? Like,
which they can hit inside your wedge.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But the fact that they put this stuff on the internet and say it out loud to people is also just psychotic.
Yeah.
It's
mind blowing.
I think it's kind of, if you've got a certain mindset, you can think you got to turn it into a positive and be like, come on, then I'll show you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it spurs me on. Like, sometimes negativity actually gears me up a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like, right, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that drives you more? Like, I want to prove you wrong instead of proving myself right.
So, you know, like when people say, they're on home soil this week, they're the one to beat. So I always think when you're the underdog, you're better, because you've got not as much pressure on you, and you can just sneak up from behind and bite them on the butt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think we should get rid of hybrids? I'm just curious what you think about that. Do you think we should bring the long irons back?
I think we should go.
Can I guess what you're going to say?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, you're going to say everyone should play a blade.
Yeah, 100%. Butter knives.
But can you have your butter knives, but can I keep my hybrid? Because I just want to play for fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I think it'd be cool to have a tournament. All the pros just play with blades. And I tell you what, Melvin, I think you would do very well, because you're a proper ball striker.
Oh, cheers, Chaz. I used to love play. I used to hate hybrids. I never played a hybrid in my life. I used to play long irons all the way up to like maybe a 3-iron sometimes. Like, I used to even hate putting a 5-wood in my bag. I know I had to do it because I hit it better, but I just loved hitting like blades and proper golf, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, having to create shots, because sometimes they're harder to stop on the greens when you come in on a long iron. So then you'd have to hit this high fade cut rather than just having a normal hybrid and just hit a normal shot. Do you know what I mean?
Because I feel like, especially in the women's game, it's very much A to B, B to C, C to D. And like you said earlier, like, I wish there was a bit more creativity. And I think that equipment, to an extent, has obviously elevated golf, but to an extent, it's also hindered it. It's took away the actual skill and creativity and playfulness of it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's made it not as necessarily entertaining at all times. Yeah. So, and on that, Charley, we already heard one thing that you would do if you were the commissioner, but seriously, if you did have the power over the LPGA to make changes tomorrow, what's some of the first stuff that you would address that really irks you week in and week out to make it either better for the players or better for the audience that watches?
See, I don't know. I think of random things, but
do you think we need more fans?
Yeah, we definitely need way more fans. 100%. Like, if you looked at the British Open last year in the final round, I had that atmosphere was so good. And I wish we had this week in and week out.
Yeah. Because I also think, and this is my argument, I spoke to Craig about this. I'm like, it's incredible we've got the prize money that we do. It's incredible that we have the facilities that we do for the players, the recovery rooms. All of that has been elevated. Like, I feel like the social media's got better this year exponentially. The problem is we don't have fans. And the thing that creates great moments is the atmosphere. It's not just the shot, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah. See, I would probably then have I don't know how much the tickets cost. Why don't they just have like the free tickets coming in? Yeah. That's what I'll do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to get people in the door.
Yeah, and you know what I find, what I used to love about coming over to playing in Europe and that. Do you remember we'd have like fan zone? You know, like you'd have like the Tenty Village. Like in America, they don't really have that, and I feel like that would be such an appealing thing for young kids and everything, and bringing families.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Into the
with
event.
the big TVs, and you just go and sit there for a bit if you need to chill with the kiddos, like so they're not being chaotic. Yeah. It's a way more kind of kid friendly.
Yeah.
At British Opens.
Because when I used to go to the men's Open Championship, I used to be like, wow, this is so cool. This big like the Tenty Village, and even when you go to like Wentworth, you know, the BMW, the PGA. Wow, the Tenty Village, like that's where the whole atmosphere is, and then it gets people getting onto the golf course because, like, I'd walk down there. All my friends who don't play golf, they go to that they go to the BMW PGA because of the Tenty Village, and then they'll go out on the golf course and watch golf, even when they never watched golf before.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with that, mate. 100%, 100%. I think that's the biggest challenge now, because I also think if there's crowd, like. I just remember you at Walton Heath, like you going down contention. There was thousands of fans there, and you just thrived. Like you're one of them players that you like it at Solheim Cup. I feel like the more atmosphere, pressure from an atmosphere, you just switch on another gear that maybe even you don't know you have. You know, whereas some players crumble, and I think that would just create a bit more drama coming down the stretch in these big events.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Gives you goosebumps. It's like you feel like you're in an arena, you know?
Yeah.
And you're the same as that, Mel. Because when we played in Solheim and stuff, we would just buzz walking down the fairway.
Yeah. Yeah, we were fired up, weren't we?
You have to have a certain gear as a professional golfer to actually be successful, to love the show. At the end of the day, it's a show. It's entertainment. Yeah. So 100%. You have to love being the star of the show to actually win.
Yeah, and you have to embrace it. Because I tell you what, though, when there's a lot of people out there, and when you're not having a good round, you do feel like you go proper in yourself as well. So you have to bring yourself out of it. And it takes a lot of energy to then bring yourself, you know, out of that when you just want to hide. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Right, I'm a bit conscious of time here. So do you want to do the shush of the week, K-Dog?
Yes. Oh, Charlie. So we have this segment called the Shush of the Week. So you can think about it for a second. Mel and I will go first. But basically, every week we think of something that has annoyed us this week, or some silly situation that came up, or somebody that was a jerk to us, and we call them out or say whatever that situation was. And that's our shush, because, you know, the show is called Quiet Please. So we're trying to be funny.
Got to think. Who have I told to shush this week?
Yeah. I feel like you've told someone to shush this week. My shush of the week is not that interesting, because normally it's just about travel stuff. But New Jersey drivers, I was driving down today from New York, and I just don't like driving in New Jersey, and I enjoy driving, and I just think they're psychotic, and I just don't get the road system. I think to go off and not have roundabouts is really odd. Like you have to do like 85 left turns to get back on the motorway. So driving in New Jersey for me is not it.
Okay.
That's a good one. My shush of the week is, sorry, Mel, but it's going to have to be you, because Mel said, she goes, we should do this Instagram trend where you edit something as a reality show. And I was like, okay, great. So then we start doing it. And the whole time Mel is shocked that I keep taking videos of her, asking to take videos of me, because I'm trying to make this video. She was like, so annoyed with me to make this thing. I was like, this was your idea.
Yeah, I know. I
know my shush of the week now.
Okay,
What's
go.
Your shush of the
And
week?
it was an actual shush. Sunday night, my boyfriend was snoring so loud in my ear. Like, I had to tell him to shush. Honestly, just snoring in my ear. I'm like, go over that side of the bed. Snore,
go in the bath.
In my ear hole. Yeah.
Go in the new bath.
Honestly, I was really thinking about like pinching his nose in the middle of the night so like he woke up, but I couldn't do it to him because he just looked so cute asleep.
Got to pick your poison, ain't you, mate? You know.
Yeah.
Charlie, we really appreciate you coming on. Listen, you know I love you to death, mate, and just keep being you. You are a breath of fresh air. You have many, many fans all over the world, and it's because you are authentically yourself. And you obviously are a rock star on the golf course, but you are off. And we just really appreciate every bit of you. You're just an absolute legend, mate. And if you call me, just keep calling me Melvie on what, mate? Go.
would you ever come back and play one more tour event?
Yeah.
I'm shit now, mate. I'm so shit. Maybe. Why? Do you want me to?
Yeah, I think it'd be so much fun.
If there was an English Open, I would. If there was an English Open, I definitely would.
Right, let's message Vicky now.
Get Vicky on it. Get Vicky on it, and I might get the old blades out when I literally won't be able to hit it. My driver is so shit.
Mel wants to play the senior tour.
Yeah, do. Well, I want to play.
How many years you got that now?
How many do you think, Charles?
13.
Close. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. That's pretty good.
12 years.
I only said that because I was just trying to think of the age that I was when I watched you in the English Open. That's why.
Yeah, I'm 38. So yeah, 12 years. So
I think you're about 28 still now.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I appreciate
She's got the energy of a 28-year-old.
I've got the energy of a Labrador puppy. Yeah, which is annoying to everyone that works with me, including Kira. So I apologize for that.
No, I love that energy. That's what makes it so great, and that's why I love you. But Charley, I just wish that more people were like you and were more open and didn't care as much and weren't so constantly concerned with everybody thought and what they said, because it would make women's golf better. So if anyone is taking any inspiration, I hope that they take that from you, because that's such a superpower.
I think it would just make everyone's life in general a lot more happier.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
Yeah, for sure.
Who gives a fuck what they think? Just do you in life. Make
exactly, mate. Exactly. And go kill it, Riviera, mate. That would be the dream for me. Would be to see you lifting that trophy and coming on our desk. So sending good vibes. Not that you need it, but wishing you all the best to you and Adzi.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. See you later.
All right, mate. Bye.
Thanks, Charley.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.